Cody Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara. The score needed to be settled. They needed to figure out an undisputed champion. Cody Rhodes versus Sammy, man. Lead it off. What did you think?
Best match of the night, bar none, not even close. They saved the best for first because these guys just absolutely tore each other apart. Tables, there's no tables, but there's a lot of ladders here. And
Chairs, though.
they tried to have go through them a couple times. Didn't really work out. Those things were a little too thick to go through. But man, this match was just a blast. The results were insane. Sammy Guevara beating Cody, unifying the TNT championship.
I didn't think that was going to happen.
Me neither. And that was probably the coolest part, is that this was really unpredictable. This was Sammy's kind of match, man. Sammy's a high flyer. He does all this crazy stuff. And, Cody was a little out of his element tonight.
Right.
And not that he can't do it, but this is what Sammy thrives on. So, for him to go in there and have this kind of match, just was a testament to how much they're putting on him as a young superstar in this industry and for AEW. He's a guy that later in the show said about how he was just a background character, a side character during his cue card segment. But now he's one of the guys. He's one of the top talents in AEW. And tonight, when we didn't expect it to happen, I think all of us expected Cody to come out with the TNT title, but Sammy goes out tonight and shows everybody what he's got, man. It was great.
It was great. And, I like the first match spot because it gets so much uninterrupted TV time. And, I have to admit, the ladder match style is one of my favorite, unique matches of my preference to watch. I think a ladder match is a lot of fun. So like, parlay or, special, any special match, I think a ladder match is to me his favorite, because you have so many different elements, so many high spots. And tonight we saw, man, off the ladder, we saw that amazing delayed suplex by Cody Rhodes, which was absolutely incredible.
How about that cutter, man?
We saw the Cody cutter, or the crossroads, excuse me. And then we saw the Sammy cutter from jumping from ladder to ladder. So those are my high spots in terms of tandem high spots. And then obviously that huge shooting star the high spot from Sammy. I don't even know what move you would call that. Senton. Yes, the diving senton. So it was an incredible way to kick things off. This had so many different elements. At first I thought it was a little bit slow to start, but then then they started going really aggressive. I think it's really a mark out moment when wrestlers go through the crowd and fight. It's just because it's fun to see, be there live and be a part of that, but also to just to see how excited the fans are and just get immersed in fans, especially like after all the breaks that we've had where there wasn't fans and less fans and all that. So it
feels more special nowadays.
Yeah, much more special. But man, Sammy stole the show. I mean, we were predicting, we knew he was going to do some crazy, crazy stuff. And as he said in the camera when he was sitting at the top of the ladder, no fear, Sammy, no fear, giving it all, man. It was incredible way to do that. And, I hope that Cody still has this edge and this push, but I felt like Cody had this big time edge to start this match. He was really, working Sammy nonstop. I mean, the figure four through the ladder and then all those high spots. And so I felt like Cody was just on a focused mission. I saw that throughout the match, and then Sammy just overpowered him with those incredible, fearless moves that I don't know many people in the industry would do that kind of stuff. Young Jeff Hardy vibes as well in this match from him.
Yeah, man, you said it. This was just, you got a little bit of everything in this match, and not only a little bit of everything, but you got an awesome result, a shocking result, something that not just the match itself was fun, but the ending was great, and these guys left it all in the ring and on the floor and everything in the crowd, and just it was top notch altogether, man. This was, if you could build a perfect match for this TNT title, this is it. This is as good as any TNT title match there's been. And, man, it was just a great start to the show. Look at
It's
that. Look at that. That's
yeah.
your champ right there, everybody, man. That's awesome.
I mean, do you think he's going to be carrying around 2 belts, or they obviously unify him after tonight? You know, I'm not all for the 2 belts. I mean, the belt
Yeah.
collector thing was pretty cool, but like 2 identical belts, like you got to unify it. Maybe change it up, like they have, you know, been known to
Melt
do
them
is
down
change it
into
up.
one big belt.
Right, even bigger than that. The TNT belt is actually very, very
It's
beautiful.
that's one of
And
my
you know,
favorite belts.
I know they've changed it for Miro and Brody Lee and Sammy, so maybe now that he's the undisputed one, they change it again, which I think would be a pretty cool thing to do.
Yeah.
But you know, this match set the bar for the night. And, you know, it was a very, very tough match to follow. And the segment following it was great. But that
Yeah.
being said, our top performer, we're right away going, you know, I didn't tell you mine, you tell me yours, but Sammy Guevara, you know,
Yeah.
in the chat, who was your top performer of the night?
Yeah,
And
let
I
us know,
know,
guys.
let us know in the chat. We want to hear about that.
I have a
This
feeling we're
one,
going to see a lot of Sammys tonight.
yeah, Sammy Guevara was definitely for us, man. I mean, as we talked about, we can continue to echo it. This guy just gave it all. The fearless, the incredible just drive to put on a good show, just the drive for the industry. And then we saw him with the cue cards, how he wasn't brown nose and he earned this. And
Yep.
you know, I feel that. And whatever the reasoning behind taking the belt off him to begin with, put all that aside. But the Sammy Guevara man is a true champ and a true workhorse and a true pillar of AEW. And I think his second run is going to be very, very fun to watch.
Yeah.
That being said, if you could think of someone right off the bat, who would you want to pin Sammy Guevara against next?
Adam Cole, baby. That's
All
what I
right.
want to see.
Yeah.
Yep. Off
I
top of my
mean,
head,
yeah,
I think that would be just a great match. Obviously not for storyline purposes or anything. I just want to see
right.
it. You know,
True.
give me just an awesome banger of a match. That's what I want. That's what those guys could do. So there's a bunch of other names you could throw out there. If you're just going for the best possible match, there's a ton of young, hungry talent that's ready to go for that TNT title. So I'm all for anybody.
I think like, you know, AEW, we're in January. If you have that Face of Revolution, I
Yeah.
hope that whoever wins that Face of Revolution ladder match at the pay-per-view does dethrone Sammy. So you give Sammy another 2-month run.
Yeah.
It seems like the TNT title is kind of a more typical, shorter run, but I'm all for rewarding stipulation matches,
Mhm.
you know, whether it be like a Royal Rumble, a Money in the Bank, anything like that. Like we've seen so often, you know, the stipulation matches be like awesome matches, and then all of a sudden nothing pans out of it. So I feel like a stipulation win for the Face of Revolution, if that is for your chance at the TNT Championship, then that person should win and continue that momentum. It would just, to me, be that much more meaningful.